Hi, it's Iggy, and we're finally back, and my fellow brother Ludwig is here too. Greetings, it has been a while. Yeah, I'm just gonna be over here drinking some water, cause yeah. Anyway, back to Deathbound. We're back to Crash Bandicoot vs. Spyro the Dragon! Yes, two of the most iconic PlayStation mascots. You almost said playoffs. I've been too busy watching football. I mean, the season just ended, so... Yes. Let's go! There we go.
The early 1990s played host to one of the biggest battlegrounds the world had ever seen.
Yes.
The Console War.
Nintendo versus
Nintendo and
Sega.
Sega's mascots were locked in a merciless duel over the gaming throne.
But what about the
But
other
when the
two?
smoke cleared, a surprise third challenger was rising to the top.
The Sony PlayStation. And it
That's
didn't have
right.
just one mascot. It had two.
Crash
They're playing them
Bandicoot,
together.
the mutated marsupial from down under.
And Spyro the Dragon, the powerful purple hero of the Dragon Realm. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
And with 3D get on.
Listen, I admire another brilliant doctor of science as much as the next guy, especially those with grand plans to take over the world. But I'm
Of
not sure
course.
Dr. Neo-Cortex makes the cut.
Why not? He's an evil genius who made a mutant Aussie army of animals to take over the world.
You would think it
Sure,
would.
but when it came time to assign a general for this army, Cortex chose, of all things, a bandicoot.
A band of what? You're making that up.
It's a real animal. Look,
Bandicoot.
Oh, hey, it's kind of cute. How's that little thing gonna take over the world?
with the Evolvo Ray, Cortex did successfully mutate it into a powerful beast. However, when he tried to brainwash the creature, he utterly failed to create his fearsome general. Instead, he got Crash Bandicoot.
So Cortex threw him out like trash, and Crash became
Of
his
course.
worst nemesis ever. Which is super embarrassing,
Cortex
because this
is an
Panda Crash
pancake.
is a few snags short of a Barbie. But his physical abilities make up for it. He's got parkour skills like nobody's business.
Which is appropriate, as bandicoots are excellent jumpers, similar to their marsupial cousin, the kangaroo.
He's got superhuman
Doesn't
strength
make
and can
sense.
take a big hit and just keep on going, like an
How
energizer
does that
bunny
work?
of pain.
Crash can double jump in midair, slide incredible distances, and use Crash Dash to boost his speed.
He's also
Crash
tapped into
Dash.
Mojo, a magic substance that's basically life energy to enhance his battle technique.
How does that-
He's got
He
his
basically
Norris
turned into
Roundhouse
Goku.
and Triple Dragon, but his favorite move is the Cyclone Spin.
Norris Roundhouse!
Give this move
Chuck
a boost
Norris
for the
reference.
Death Tornado technique. Though this can leave him dizzy and prone to counterattacks. Still, these brutal
Of
moves
course.
proved incredibly useful
One
for
thing I
rescuing
know
his
is that
fellow
he's a
mutant
dumbass.
Bandicoot
He is a
girlfriend, Tana.
dumbass.
Oh,
Oh,
why does she
Tana.
look like that? She's like really hot, but also not at the same time. I'm really confused.
Welcome to the
While
world of
Crash's
the
natural
internet.
abilities were enough
Yes.
to save her, his future battles with Cortex would require more sophisticated tools.
Yeah, like the Rad Copter Pack. He's even got himself the unicorn of motorsports, the Space Motorcycle.
Space Motorcycle.
What I wouldn't
How?
give for
How
one
can
of
you
those.
drive?
To increase his
Also,
firepower, he carries a special bazooka that uses a
Called the
naturally
Fruit
occurring and
Bazooka.
easily attainable form of ammunition. Wumpa.
The same
Ah,
kind
yes,
of
the
fruit
one
shooter
before-
that's on his power loader suit from Alien. I mean, this completely
You
generic-looking
Are
thing.
you sure about
Why
that?
fruit? I can't imagine it's a particularly effective projectile.
I don't know, Wiz. Remember that time I shot you with my potato gun? You were
what?
stuck in a
So
coma
this
for like a
happened.
month.
Wait, what?
Another
You told me I
noodle
lost that luck
incident?
Because my time travel wristwatch finally worked.
Well, where's Crash getting all this cool tech? He can't be building it all himself. He's pretty dumb.
They're all thanks to his kid
Yes,
sister Coco,
yeah.
who's 10 times the inventor Cortex is. But Crash isn't really dumb, he just lacks communication skills. He actually shows many symptoms of autism. Some people with
Yeah,
autism, known as savants, are extraordinarily gifted in particular skill sets.
That
And I think that
seems
describes
like me.
Crash perfectly. While he may not know how to hold a conversation, he is a
accurate.
superb athlete and puzzle solver.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps that
He
he's
do-
surrounded
he
by
does
friends
have
who
a
encourage
pretty
his
good
better
point.
traits.
Yes.
Hey, that was a good one.
Like Akawaku,
I mean-
his magical mask foster dad, who's basically a god. Lucky bastards.
Aku Aku's magical
Aku
mojo
Aku.
prowess
Oh,
is quite
yes,
impressive.
that
He's
mask,
very
I know.
protective of Crash and will often step in when Crash is in trouble. But not always.
Wiz, why can he teleport
always
across
on-
dimensions
on
on his
television.
own, but can't teleport Crash very far at all?
This is as far as I can take us. We'll have to fight our way to the robot's interior and save your sister.
Well, perhaps his fatherly intuition is kicking in, encouraging Crash to learn from his own mistakes and become his own man, or bandicoot.
It's something like that.
Maybe he's just
Probably,
being a dick.
yeah.
Well, thanks to Aku Aku and his own amazing abilities, Crash has performed some incredible feats while stopping Cortex's plans time and time again.
He's strong enough to lift his adopted brother
So the
Crunch
time
over his
survived
head. Since Crunch is at least twice as big as
atmosphere.
Crash, that would mean
Throw an
Crash's
8-ton
strength
boulder.
is
Is that
similar.
it? Is that it? So what's a Chris Leffield
His
push
cyclone
down the
attack can
boulder?
generate enough force to lift this large boulder and throw it so hard it shatters on impact. Comparing its size to Crash, that boulder must weigh nearly 8 tons.
He's also fast enough to outrun polar bears, which can move up to 25 miles per hour.
Not the
Crash
one that
really
you-
shines when it comes to durability. Just look at how well he holds up after taking 112 falling wooden crates to the face.
Oh,
Where did they all
yeah,
come
you
from?
missed.
I bet it's Aku Aku's fault. And he's right back up like it didn't even happen. What a champ.
Crash has endured an
Yes.
explosion of 23 crates of TNT all at once, which, given their size, could potentially
yeah.
level a city block. And with the help
Wow.
of Aku Aku, he even survived a crash landing from outer space.
What the heck is up with his hair?
I still don't
This vessel was
understand the
likely floating
hair.
at 17,500 miles per
Goku
hour,
over
similar to the
again.
space shuttle's typical re-entry, which means the force of its collision would be equivalent to more than 2 million tons of TNT.
Wait, but why didn't Aku Aku just teleport them to safety?
I can't believe we're okay.
Oh, are you kidding me,
must have
Aku?
done a
You know what you
mistake.
did, or didn't do. But what's the saying? Any Crash you can walk away from, right? Plus, given how easy it is for Crash's enemies to lure him into traps, his absurd durability is crucial.
Well, Crash isn't perfect, but with his amazing abilities and a little bit of mojo, he's saved the whole world many times over.
Oh,
And
sorry,
after years
James.
of this, he even finally learned how to speak.
Now let's go home and eat pancakes.
Huh?
Pancakes!
Well, that's our first word. Yep.
Wait,
I mean,
Can give you this.
at least he learned how to speak.
Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better
Yeah, he learned how to speak, so hey, give him that credit, alright?
that's it?
Yes! Okay, that was
Tells
kind
of
of
a
smart.
special purple
I'm on Crasher's side, okay?
generation.
Very well done.
Destined to be a hero of his age. This was the legend of Spyro. But
Spyro
when the
the
ancient Dark
Dragon.
Master Malifaux learned of this, he swore to destroy Spyro before he even hatched.
By the way, there are at
tried.
least 3 different
Yeah.
timelines for Spyro, but we're mainly sticking with the Legend of Spyro version.
Yeah.
Because he can do pretty much anything the other ones can.
Oh, yeah.
And
Alright,
plus,
that's right.
they're all
Different
the same
incarnations of
reincarnated
Spyro.
Anyway, since that's what the prophecy says.
I
And
can't-
look,
I
that's
don't
totally
know.
Skyland's being made at the end
I
of Dawn of the
can't
Dragon.
Yeah,
Wild
it's been a
fan
bit of a
theories
conversation.
aside, Spyro was saved from Malfour's wrath by Ignitus, a guardian
So I had to have
dragon. He
ADD.
decided
Oh,
to
yeah, I
follow
have
Moses
that
and
too.
Send Spyro's egg
Oh.
floating down a
Oh,
river to
really?
who knows where.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, why do so many stories start with people just throwing babies into rivers? That's never a good idea.
Wrong, Wiz.
Well,
Got
I thought it
fine
was a
for
good idea.
Spyro. He
Yeah, it was a
found
good
and adopted
idea.
by a family of dragonflies. And even without fellow dragons around, Spyro grew up to be a pretty good fighter. He's strong, tough, and makes good use of his horns, tail, and claws.
But not his wings. Not yet. Without a dragon's parentage, Spyro remained mostly grounded during his childhood.
But he got pretty good at using his head. Like the fun
Oh,
way, not
yeah.
the brainy stuff.
I
You
get
do
it.
not want to be on the other end of his charge attack.
But one fateful
Eventually,
day,
I think he
everything
did.
changed. During a game of hide and seek with his quote-unquote brother, Sparks,
Oh,
they got
Sparks.
into a bit of monkey business and, in desperation, Spyro unexpectedly breathed fire. This was Spyro's first hint that he was adopted.
Yeah.
Hold up. You mean he
Wah-
dragonfly
How
the
do you
whole
not
time?
know
I
that
can
you
think of a few other
adopted,
hints, like,
dude?
I don't know, anytime he saw his reflection.
This revelation prompted Spyro to go on a journey in search of his true home among other dragons. Oh, and Sparks tagged along to help find treasure and protect his dragon brother from harm.
Not like
Well,
he
okay,
needed
then.
it. He's the chosen one, bitch. He's got a bunch of awesome dragon powers.
Dragon
As a purple dragon, Spyro was not limited to just his fire breath. After finding and rescuing 4 great dragon guardians, they each became his teachers in the arts of elemental combat.
Igniters taught Spyro how to
They
control
prob-
fire
I-
and focus it into
At the
huge
least,
blasts.
they probably
While
would have
Tear
helped
showed
him
how to use
fly
electric
too.
breath to
Yeah,
summon
they would have
enemies
finally
and
helped
toss
him
them through the air.
fly.
Cyril taught him to freeze food solid and fire ice shards. And Parador showed him how to use earth breath to split rocks and roll up into a ball.
Are we sure this is not just Avatar The Last
Combat
Airbender again?
with the martial art of dragon combat.
I mean, I
Oh,
could
and he
see
finally
it.
learned how to fly.
About time.
Finally.
Speaking of
Hey,
which, Spyro
good.
learned how to briefly slow down time to improve his reactions.
Oh, damn.
So, you
All
can
of
slow
this
time
led
as
to
well.
Spyro learning the ultimate element. The convexity breath.
Convexity
Ether.
breath.
Convexity.
Alright.
It's ether.
No, stupid. Everyone calls it convexity.
Oh, okay. Purple dragons like
Convexity's
Spyro
named
use
the
a mysterious
mad shit
energy
that
that
brings
is
the joy of
essentially
the Dark
spiritual
Ones. Thank you
life
very
force
much.
of the universe.
Ether!
While it's never officially named in canon,
what?
lead concept artist Jared
Hang on.
Polin has gone on record to clarify its name and properties, and he calls it ether. Eat that, boomstick.
Don't convex me with
Yeah,
truth.
give
No, I'm-
it!
Ether is an extremely powerful element which binds
Ether.
the fates of the living and the dead.
Sorry, I know
With
Ether
Ether,
as one of
Spyro
Ike's
pulls from the
attacks.
4
It's
elements to
Fast
create
Smash.
energy which, according to Polin, has power comparable to that of an
Yeah.
atom smasher.
Isn't that the
Don't
thing
tell-
that shoots
remind
an
me how
animal
many
around
times
at light
I've been
speed for all
flashed with
sorts
it.
of
Yeah, it
science
fucking
stuff?
hurts!
Yes, they're particle accelerators with a moving
Yeah,
photon
I
beam
can
containing
I can
363
tell it hurts you
megajoules of
too.
energy.
Yeah, I said that.
This beam can slice through a human skull in a nanosecond. Just like what happened to Russian scientist Anatoly Bugorsky when he stuck his head in one of them.
Why the
Who?
hell would you do that? God,
I've
you
never
know,
heard of
this must be
him.
hard.
Nope.
Bugorsky took a beam less than a molecule thick through the skull, which obliterated all matter in its path in an instant. While he survived, half of his face around the microscopic hole in his head swelled, peeled apart, and was permanently paralyzed, while he experienced a blinding light he described as brighter than 1,000 suns.
Hey, Spyro, what was that about? I don't really know. I just felt like I had to hit it. And when I did,
You just
the
had to
power of
hit.
1,000 suns surged through my body.
Just a minute.
You had to hit it.
The size
So you
of
just had to
Spyro's
hit it.
Super breath. No, wait. You don't need to. We've seen what it's like when he killed the Ape King.
Of course, Spyro's ether powers have other uses as well, such as curing his fellow dragon Cinder of Malfor's corruption.
Is he shooting ghosts at her? What kind of magic were they smoking when they came up with that?
But ether is dependent on a balance between light and dark. Should a purple dragon fall prey to their own anger and hatred, they risk being consumed by dark ether, or nether, transforming into a blackened, rage-filled form.
Spyro's a really nice guy, but as Dark Spyro, he lets loose. He's stronger, faster, and way more violent.
Remind me not saying
Unfortunately,
it.
when
Yeah.
Spyro's consumed by dark ether, he cannot return to his old self on his own. But with friends like Sparks and Cinder at his side, he's always found his way back.
Through the power of love.
Friendship.
Right, Spyro?
Eh, cause
Believe!
With all these talents and his claw tips, Spyro is a force to be reckoned with. He's pretty
Yeah,
quick,
boy.
outracing
Yes,
biplanes that
you
can
know
fly
the plan.
over 159 miles per hour.
He's pushed a
Gummy.
gold statue about twice his size, and he's pretty tough, claiming his scales are impenetrable.
So I'm electricity proof too? I knew my scales were impenetrable, but now this?
A bold claim, but let's look at the facts.
Bold?
Spyro once took a punch from this massive magma golem, which then lost its arm and replaced it with a cathedral tower. This cathedral is very similar in size to St. Stephen's Basilica, a Roman Catholic church in Budapest, Hungary. By taking the height, length, and depth of the basilica and adjusting for empty space, we can estimate the arm's mass to weigh over 400,000 tons. Assuming a low-end punching speed of 15 miles per hour, that of the average humans, the golem must have hit with at least 1.9 million tons of force.
And after getting all
Interesting.
these powers, saving the dragons, and defeating the Dark Master himself, Spyro tapped into ether one last time
And
to
we melted
literally
planet.
pull the exploding planet back together. What? How the hell? How?
Now
I'd
that is
say a mix of the
impressive.
power of
Yeah.
love, magic of friendship, and a smidgen of prophetic destiny.
Wiz,
Yeah.
I want a pet dragon more than anything.
Get a Hungarian horntail then.
Another noble warrior.
Of course.
Under the plague of
Sorry,
love.
Harry Potter had this.
Just look away.
All right, our bets are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, let me tell you about the mascot of good food, Blue Apron.
1 sec. What was that about, Luke? Yeah, what the hell? Okay, the last time we had you saw this, yeah, video got copyright claimed. I fixed it up, but I don't. There was some kind of copyright issue. I fixed it up, but I am not risking it. I'm not risking it twice. All right, so we're skipping the rest of Blue Apron stuff. Any of those are just getting skipped. All right, fine. All right, I'll spread the word. Anyway, let's get to the battle. I'm not making another one. All right, makes sense. There's the wolf up here. Alright.
Weird. What are you doing?
Ice box. I can't hear. Good. What? You killed. No! You killed his mother! You don't mess with a man's dragon's brother. In Crash's defense, I think he didn't understand that it was his brother.
All right. You asked for it.
There's Aqua. As expected, yes. The real question is Spyro gonna be able to get a kill off first? Or crash the byline? It will hire him. He's going for the mech! He is going for his mech. Yep. Yeah, he found his mech. Fruit! There goes the fruit.
Wait a sec, was that a fruit?
Yes, it was a fruit, Silo. That's how your reaction. Uh-oh, you better look out. Oh no, it's frozen. Not me. Here comes the boulder. Spyro, roll out. Timber.
Stay right.
Nice throw! Except it wasn't a havoc strike. You have to set for the split.
Where do you keep finding these things?
You're on his own turf. It's everywhere. Yeah. Uh-oh. He's done.
I'm done with this.
He's done playing nice. Yeah, he's still playing nice. What are you playing? Why are you doing that? You're going to get yourself killed. Yeah, watch this. Aquaku! It's not gonna be it. And there goes the bandicoot. He has been crashed.
Nobody.
I knew that was a bad idea to try and relax like that.
KO!
I don't think Aku Aku's gonna pull Crash from the grave after that.
Spyro had plenty of obvious advantages. His speedy flight let him control the pace of the battle, and his elemental arsenal gave him a much wider variety of attacks than Crash had ever seen in a one-on-one fight. Even with his extraordinary puzzle-solving skills, Crash was simply overwhelmed.
That's
but
not Jack's eye because it only affects each
wasn't nearly
of
as
them.
one-sided as it looked on paper.
With the strength to throw an 8-ton boulder, Crash was actually stronger than Spyro. And both of them had survived impacts worth around $2 million.
It wasn't quite as one-sided. Yeah,
How
not quite.
convenient. It's almost like they planned this all along.
To be fair, we did
Oh,
have
they
to
win.
lowball Spyro's durability against the Golem's punch. However, both of them had shown durability, which far exceeded much of their attack capability.
So even with his gadgets, Crash really didn't have a good way to hurt Spyro very much.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Spyro didn't have many attacks that could firmly hurt Crash either. They were both just too tough.
Well, until Spyro used the Ether Breath, which could literally break matter apart at an atomic level. Not even Aku Aku could save Crash from a beam that intense.
I guess Crash...
I guess that's the only thing that could have killed
The
him.
winner is Spyro the Dragon.
I guess Spyro was the one who had the advantage since he knew what could kill him. Yep, looks like it. No, that was an interesting fight. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess you could say the PlayStation winner was Spyro. Yeah, he won the mascot war. Yeah. Though they could Crash still win since there was like another game that came out, I think? You mean the fourth Crash game? Yeah. I don't know. I think Spyro may still take it. Yeah, his ether breath would still incinerate him. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. Well, whatever you think. Alright, that's gonna be all for this channel, so thanks for watching, guys. Yes, thank you for watching. Yeah. You're gonna try to get more reactions as you can, but it'll always depend on when I'm free. Alright. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye. Bye.